Hey guys, Sean G back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning into another one of my videos. I really appreciate it, guys. I hope everybody is having a blessed one as well as a safe one out there this weekend. Guys, I'm coming to you all with another video. This video, for whomever it may be for, I'm hoping that this will be some type of help to you and or for you. Whatever the situation is, no matter how big or how small, we can always find a solution if we dealing with it in the right manner. For whoever this is for, know that there is nothing you've done, nothing you said, or nothing that you have to be ashamed of for being the person that you were always meant to be. You're loving, you're respectful, you're kind, you're caring, you're supporting. But your problem is, or where your problem is coming from, is that the appreciation of it all is not being received in a manner that it should be. And there's only one reason for that. I want you to understand, there are a lot of misguided souls out here, and we have to be careful who we allow in our lives, especially in these days and times. You have to make sure and be very sure that what you're putting out there, that you're also receiving. Because when you're loving and when you're caring, supportive, and wanting some sense of security, you also have to realize that when you're in search of those things, you have to have them for yourself as well. You can't give more to something else than that something else is given to itself. With that said, we have to be careful who and what we allow in our house. I'll give you a little prime example to better help you out with this decision. When people that mean you no good comes around, I know what they're coming around for. It's just a certain amount of time before I'll let them know. When I catch it, I'm going to address it. That's just the type of person that I am. Because I have a loving heart. I have a kind spirit. I care. Sometimes more than I should. I support. Sometimes more than I should. And I want to do as much as I possibly can to secure or show security. And I'll be at my own fault for that too, sometimes. Because everybody don't want to be protected. There are some that just want to come and get and leave, but not without making sure that what they came for, and after they got it, they let it be known that this were their intent in the first place, and they give you all kind of hell, and you're wondering where it came from. It was there right when they met you. But again, the type of person that you are, you're not at fault, or you shouldn't feel at fault for being who and what you are, because God made you that way. A little text out the Bible, or a verse out the Bible. There are only two types of trees. There's a good tree, and there's a bad tree. And the only difference between a good tree and a bad tree is that a bad tree cannot bear good fruit, and a good tree cannot bear bad fruit. I say that to say, you know that you're a good person, as good as you possibly can be. Don't trade it in for something bad. Don't trade it in for something less than what you deserve. Also, don't allow anybody at any time to make you feel that you have to do, you should be doing, because, quote unquote, it makes them feel better about them. But then you start feeling less about you. That's defeat the purpose of doing something in the first place. You have value. You have morals. And sometimes people see that in you, and because they don't have it or don't think that they have it, they think it's okay for them to come and try to take it from you. But if you know that you're not an angry person, you know that you're not a hurtful person, and you know that you don't maliciously attack people for the wrong reasons, don't involve yourself with them type of people. Yes, it's a true saying, hurt people hurt people. But if the signs are there, and you've been in a hurtful place before, and those signs are there, total indication, be aware. If you continue to allow something to go on, it's no longer on a person that you allow it to continue to go on with. Because at some point in time, you're going to be held responsible for what you allow to happen and what you don't. So take it from someone that wished that I had the same advice that I'm giving you at this point. It probably would have made my life a whole lot better. I ain't gonna lie and say it easy, because nothing in life is easy. And even if it was, I wouldn't even want it, because I wouldn't feel that it would be genuine. I got a little history on me, guys, of trials and tribulations, so I can only help out those that are like me. And I only get that through conversation. But also, you have those on the sideline, those that are looking from afar. Well, the Bible calls them busybodies, nosy folk. Folk that just want to be in your business just to be in your business because they don't got no business or can't deal with what they got going on with them, so they want to mellow with yours. You can mellow all you want to. If you ain't getting nothing up out of it, then I just feel that it's defeating the purpose of you mellowing in the first place. But that's another story for another video. But my intentions is to get you to see you and what's going on with you and what do you want to do about it. We can always do things to better our lives, and we can fall victim sometimes making things worse for ourselves. Either or, we still, as long as God put breath in our body, we can still get up, dust ourselves off, and try it again. But you determine your worth. You don't ever, in this lifetime or no other lifetime, allow nobody to determine your self-worth. You should know who you are. You're a child of God, for number one. If you didn't know that, now you do. You're strong because God gives us strength, even in time of weakness. You're capable because God put us in positions to show us that even through our struggles, we are capable of overcoming most things. So don't fall victim to circumstances when we all have to go through situations and circumstances at some point in time. But it's only to teach us growth. We learn from it. Some never do. It ain't that they can't. They just choose not to. Or they don't see it enough to know or to realize this is not the life that they want to have. And speaking on the life that you want to have, you ask yourself this question: am I doing all that I possibly can do to be or to get where I want and need to be? Not only with myself, but everything that concerns me. My home place, my workplace, socializing, any of those things. Are you where you want to be because you have to? Are you where you want to be because you want to? Are you where you need to be because somebody else said that you should be there? Or are you there waiting to get where you ought to be with yourself, becoming one? Let your light shine that others may see. And that only comes from the gift of God. I want you to know that no matter what it is that you're going through, if you just take a second or two give yourself a second or two and just analyze this situation. It's not as bad as you making it out to be. It's always something that we're going to have to go through as human beings for us to learn and grow from. I know I had to learn from a lot of things. I learned the hard way. That's why a lot of times I get misunderstood because people think I'm mean. The only thing mean about me is what the hell I say is what I mean. Because when you talking to me, I need you to know who you're talking to. Because I'm nobody's fool. At some point in time, early on in life, as that old saying goes, sometimes you got to play the fool against the fool who think they trying to fool you. Yeah, but when I growed up, you ain't fooling me at all. So move on, fool. You got them out there. And they growing more and more. But the whole point of the matter is, love you first before you want to share love with somebody else. And make sure not to give it to undeserving people. Well, God loved us. And we were undeserving of his love. But he loved us enough by doing what he did, which is when he died on Calvary. Because he loved us just that much. And he wanted to show us through his salvation that no matter what our fleshly being of life is, the spiritual part would always rise. So we're going to be going through a lot of things in this fleshly manner, guys. I know I do. But nevertheless, I'll never let it dictate to me what I can do and what I can't do. Sometimes we find ourselves in situations where we didn't ask to be. Some of us did ask to be in those situations, but yet and still, what can you do about it after you're in it? Or after it's done? Only thing you can do is try to do what you can to get yourself turned around, and you just make it from there. But for whomever this message was for, I hope and I pray that it's been some help to you, because I wish that I had somebody to talk to me the way that I'm talking to you. But since I didn't have anybody around during those times, I guess because nobody really wanted to talk, seemed like back in my days, everything was quiet as kept. But I learned with secrets. Secrets can be devastating. Secrets can hurt people. Secrets can cut you so deep that it gets down in the soul. And some people never come back from it. And that's the sad part of having secrets. But the Bible, when I learned through reading the Bible, that the word says there is no secret that will not be revealed, or there's no secret that can't be revealed, and there's nothing in the dark that won't come to light. So whatever it is that's been done, or somebody call themselves doing, got to remember, God sits high, and he looks low. He looks down low. So it may not be my eyes on you, somebody else's eyes on you. Please already know, God's eyes is always on all of us. He sees everything all at the same time. You got to remember, he created of everything, good and evil. But guys, I don't want to ramble on this video. I just wanted to get on here and forward this message to whomever it was intended for. Sometimes we have to reflect on things to get a better view of what's going on with us. But again, guys, I want to thank you all for tuning into another one of my videos. I really, really appreciate it, guys. And you guys know that I never want to leave my videos without leaving it on a positive note. And you guys know the word that I use is power. So I'll take the P for pressure. I'll take the R to release that pressure. But I want to share the OWE with you guys, because you owe it to yourselves to be the best you can be. And remember, God loves you, and I love my family too. And I'll see you guys on my next video. You guys stay safe. Be blessed.